there. So like you're getting all these guys now that are coming in playing their entry level, and then they're signing 6-7 year contracts, 7-8 year contracts.
Yeah.
I'm wondering basically what I'm getting at here is like all these guys are going to be UFAs, right? So gone are the days where they're signing their entry level and then that 2-3 year bridge deal so that they're still an RFA. When they're signing 6-7 years, they're going to be well out of that RFA range.
Yeah.
There's going to be more UFAs, arguably within the next 4 or 5 years that we've really ever seen.
That's a good
If the
point.
cap happens to be going up, which hopefully it does, they've been saying it for years and it fucking hasn't. Would you not expect if we're getting all these UFAs that these guys are going to be holding out to try and get their payday, right? There's a lot of guys. I mean, Willie's kind of an example, but it's not really. He was still going to make a lot of money regardless playing hockey.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot of guys nowadays, man, where they're like, I want to stay with my team that drafted me. I want to give them the respect and I love the places. They've treated me well, this, and that. But if I can go out and make an extra $1.5 to $2 million a year and sign another 3-4 million or excuse me, 3-4 year contract, if I can
Yeah.
bring in another $8 to $10 million on my hockey career and just
Yeah.
sign somewhere else, that even maybe even have a decent chance at a cup. We know now, man. Like look at Florida last year. You just gotta get there.
Yep.
Anything can happen when playoffs are here, right? So my
Yep.
point being is you're getting a lot of guys that are signing these big high-end deals as soon as they come out of their entry level. And now we're going to be ultimately ending up if we can get a $5-6 million or so extra cap boost over, let's call it roughly 4 or 5 more years from now. I'm wondering how many big name UFAs are going to kind of push the market. Are we going to start to see more NFL, NBA style free agency, knowing that
Mm-hmm.
those are where the big moves are going to be coming from now? Teams might
Yeah.
be teams might have to shift their focus from, okay, I can't really make trade deadline moves as much. It might have to be now us coming down to really focusing heavily on the summertime, making drafting all the more important, making development all the more important because you're still going to need to make it work on your draft guys where they're going to have to play on entry level contracts where you got guys
Mm-hmm.
making 800 900K at most, in some cases 750 whatever, to make it balanced. But I think in the down the road, man, that's kind of my hotish take or so. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some really big names sooner than later start to really shift and jump around the league. A, because they
Mm-hmm.
know they can make money, and B, it's the just looking at the parity of the league now, there's 15, 16 teams that arguably could have a shot at the cup every single year now. And it's not the same 4 to 5 to 6, 7 or some odd teams that we've known for the past arguably 10 to 15 years where you're like, well, I kind of got a rough idea. These 6 teams are pretty well the only ones that are probably going to win the cup, right? So I don't
Yeah.
know. Could just be something that I'm kind of spitballing, but I wouldn't be shocked in the next couple of years if we sort of start to venture into more of that sort of like off season, like look forward to UFAs and some big names trading places and go from there, right? Especially with the talent in the league.